So we are doing something a little bit different today. Why not do something a little bit more simplistic, a little bit more fun, a little bit more community driven? With that said, here we are, r/Chainsaw Man, the subreddit. Now, I don't have much experience with Reddit other than myself being blasted on there by different communities that obviously don't like my content. Perfectly fine. Nothing revolutionary, but I thought we'd go through, look at some of the posts, and the overall goal is to either have an enjoyable time or find the most hate-filled, outrageous, war crime type comment that we can find. There is going to be some type of spoilers within here, so I guess mentally prepare yourself. I'm not gonna show manga panels or anything like that, but chart of all character deaths, we don't want that. You know, I actually really like this. This is a beautiful artwork. Someone's put way too much time into this, and I love it. Thank you very much. How do I sleep after knowing that Kobeni absolutely demolishes Katana Man and Akane in the next episode and going to be trending after shocking anime onlys? This is true. When there's no clean dishes. What is that? What is that? That is horrendous. Oh wow. I like this. This is gorgeous. Such a cool style too. I love it. Devil Hunters Club member Reze. It could have been like this in some way, shape, or form. Ooh, moody. Very moody. I'm curious on why you use the color blue. I think you don't really get the true scale of the Gun Devil here. Like, you don't really know how big he is, but I just imagine seeing that at nighttime. You go outside, go look at the midnight sky, and that's what you see. Just call it quits, to be honest. Who else found Tomeno's death in the anime way sadder than the manga? I don't know, in the manga it seems so quick, cut and dry, but the anime it was drawn out and way sadder. I can actually explain this. The reason the anime feels a lot sadder is because it has a lot of components that elevate that scene further. So music, voice acting, framing, and the art direction that goes into it, even someone crying or the quivering of their mouth. There's a lot more components to work with, and when it's drawn out in a way to make it elevated and more sadder, that's the response you're obviously going to get. Fujimoto, on the other hand, when it comes to his manga and all of his previous ones, tend to make this a pretty normal thing. Death is just another part of his story, and while some death is obviously sadder than others, it's natural. It's still going to hit you, and that's kind of the point. It's meant to take you off guard. It's meant to be a guttural punch, and you're not meant to linger on that death for all too long. Both have completely different appeals, but I do love how the anime handled it and how they built upon it. Pochita art done by me. This looks like tattoo work. I love it. Look how adorable he is, little guy. My daughter did my nails. She is amazing. Is that a chainsaw? That's cool. Oh wow. I'm genuinely impressed. You know how hard this would be to do this? Look at the size. It's on your nail. And this is like fully detailed, painted on Denji and Pochita. That's incredible. Put her into art school or support her art journey, please. Angry Makima drawn in Photoshop. I love this style. I do. I really do. Like, it's kind of mesmerizing. Isn't there a meme picture that looks kind of similar to this? Chainsaw Man X Konosuba. There's so much talent on here. Oh my. I don't even know if I can show all of this. How am I going to say there's so much talent and then I see something like this? I guess there's a different type of talent, but that's Kobeni. Very accurate. That's what she's like in the manga if you haven't read it. 100%. Had a cool Katana Man pose in my head. I like this. This is nice. Very stylized. Very nice line work too. We love a little bit of cosplay here and there. It's accurate. I like it. Good work. Incredible artwork. This is beautiful. Kind of looks like Nami. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but female Pochita, I assume. Where's the insults? You know what I mean? I'm here looking for insults, looking for the most hideous atrocities you can imagine. And I'm out here praising everything on here. This is lovely though. Look how moody it is. I love the coloring. Look, I barely know anything about art. Like, I feel like I'm an artistic person, but I don't have the utensils or the abilities to actually be artistic. You know what I mean? But I can always appreciate people that are incredibly better than me. I love it. Hitchhiking power. This is horrifying. Look at me, Howie, down there. Imagine you see this. You're driving down the road. It's pitch black. Maybe you're going home from a party, and this is what you see. What do you even do? Nothing good about this situation whatsoever. Chainsaw Man set so amazing I had to share. People really love the Chainsaw Man nails. Look at that. Is this a set as in like it's been created by a company, or is this drawn on by someone else? If it's a company, but if this is drawn by someone, which if it is, I am infinitely impressed. Like, that is insane. Like, look at that. You gotta admit, that's pretty cool. Me in public, my headphones. I can't play the audio for this, but you can tell by the visuals probably what's going on. This is very accurate. Chainsaw Man meets Fake Saw Man. Well, look, it's Asa Mitaka. Why is his face like that? What's the matter? You guys are dating or something? The heck are you? I'm Haruka Isumi, president of the club/student council, and I'm Chainsaw Man. This is actually extremely good. There's such an accurate kind of thing too. I feel like this would happen. Just a random meeting between them both claiming to be Chainsaw Man. Makima, We Are Not the Same, drawn by myself. Now, I like this piece. It's a nice, stylish little thing. It's very nice, very pretty. Denji on a date with Asa. Pochita's there too, but they don't know it's the War Devil. Accurate. Very, very accurate. Why are people so talented? I don't know how you do this, out of like the angle, the perspective, just everything is just perfect on here. You know what this looks like? This looks like a Blu-ray cover. Easy. 100%. Chainsaw Man turns 4 today. Oh wow, it does too. I didn't even realize. It's cute. I like that. Bunny Reze. Not safe for work, which means I can't show it. I'm gonna click on it anyway. Alright, never mind. Just absolutely pretty. Like, I love it. I love the style. Oh, that's adorable. This is cool. This might sound very disrespectful, but why he kind of got the little Sid the sloth? You reckon? It's beautiful artwork. That's not a shot at the artwork. I think the artwork's beautiful. It's very pretty. There's so much artwork on here. You know what I mean? Like, I could just scroll through all day looking at fan art, which is fine, but we want to spice it up a little bit. Like, look at this. Beautiful. What's this? Thoughts on Chainsaw Man Part 2. This should be interesting. It's only got 10 comments though. I recently caught up with the manga in Part 2 and feel like there's a lot of potential, but I feel it's kind of random. What do people think about this? I like it. Asa's proven to be a pretty good replacement for Denji as a protagonist. I wish the releases would stay consistent though. Well, it has to rebuild its entire cast, plus I don't mind this part being slower. It looks like we're about to start an arc surrounding Fake Saw Man. So far, while it might seem kind of random from right now, I actually think it's more cohesive than the first chapter's part 1. I've increasingly seen more of this thought, which is perfectly okay, but just the fact that it's changed magazines, you should expect a completely different story. Tonally, emotionally, pacing wise, everything from start to finish is going to be very much different, and the only consistent thing is going to be either said characters, the world it takes place in, abilities, etc. A completely new being living in the shell and prior remains of the original story. Of course, it's not going to be up everyone's alley, and that's perfectly okay, but it's not bad by any means. If anything, I would say it's more subtle, it's more approachable, it's more digestible, and Fujimoto seems to be taking way more time to really craft his characters in a specific light, especially Asa, who obviously is our main character, and how much more he's giving towards her. And personally, I find that beautiful. Yes, Denji has depression. This is going to be an interesting one, and probably the one we can end it on. I want to write this out for these people who are somehow surprised that Denji looks like shit in part 2. Like, comments about his sleep or why he looks sad have been everywhere, so let me break it down really easily. He has childhood trauma. That's it. That is all you have to say. Everything else is just the detail on top of it, like why it's here, but he has childhood trauma is quite literally the best explanation for it. The best way that I can visualize this for you is that Denji's personality, his humor, his appreciation for very weird things, and just his love for food, which is very simplistic, where he'll basically eat anything, is all because he never had it as a child. His family growing up was turbulent. His father was a drunk and abusive, and he lost his mother at a young age, which spiraled his father even further into a supposed abusive state. Obviously affected Denji, and with what Denji done in response to his father, it makes perfect sense why this childhood trauma can't be healed that easily. If anything, it's very overpowering, stunting, and you see that directly. Why he, for someone that is 15, 16 years old at the beginning of the story, isn't really intelligent, has no social cues whatsoever, and appreciates the very small bare minimum things. This is a sign of someone that is 15, 16 years old, but has the mentality and the emotional vulnerability of someone that's around like 8 to 10. This is a legitimate thing. Childhood trauma does do this. It stunts or regresses the individual's growth, and it's not healthy whatsoever. It's very dangerous. This is Denji. I've already made a handful of videos talking about this in great detail, so I agree with this statement. Yoshida escaping from part 1 before Fujimoto can kill him. Oh, he's escaping. You drew this on your phone. That's insane. It's got character. It's got charm, that rough aesthetic. I really love it. This is adorable. I love everything on here. Look at this. What is that? What are you doing? I love this. Was Makima's goal truly hers, or was it the Japanese government's will? It was and it wasn't Makima's goal. I would say Makima's true personal goal is something that Pochita actually gives you at the end of the story. That what Makima wanted was a family, someone to be equal with, someone to fall in love with. Her goal was definitely to quote unquote make world peace, etc. But she was equally accepting to the idea of merging with Chainsaw Man. In reality, she wanted a family. That was her goal. She wanted to be seen as an equal. What an absolute crossover to end on. Chainsaw Man x Berserk. Why does that kind of work really well? I love this. This is great. I want to see this fully rendered. I'm sure it'll be done, but I love this idea. I think it's perfect. We didn't find any hatred-fueled comment, but to be fair, I didn't really look through that many comments, but it's very much easy to find depending on the community, so I want to come across it naturally, if possible. Hopefully this was entertaining enough. If you want to see more within different communities, JJK, Danadan, Tokyo Ghoul, etc., let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts right now. Thank you.